Very often when somebody says something bad about you or negative towards you, it's actually more about them than it is about you at all. People have all kinds of reasons for putting something on you that's actually an issue within their own self. Maybe they have an insecurity and they want to try and make others feel worse to make themselves feel better. Maybe they feel threatened by you in some way or defensive about you in some way. The way that's showing is through anger or aggression towards you. Our instant reaction when somebody says something negative about us is usually to think, what have I done wrong? Why do I deserve this? How can I change myself to make other people like me more? When actually sometimes the only question we need to ask is, what's going on inside their head? Instead of agonizing over it and picking over yourself with this fine tooth comb that you're trying to make yourself better to suit somebody else, ask yourself why they think you need changing. If you feel like you would never say something the equivalent to them, why are they doing it to you? Surely that makes you the better person. I've had experiences in the past where I'll be telling somebody, this person said this about me and that about me and it's so unfair and what have I done wrong? The person I'm talking to will say, it makes me wonder what's going on with them, what issues they have, what reasoning they would have to put you down just because they can. And that's a really important way of looking at these things. It can be extremely valuable to help you understand the other person better. We all have different sides to a story. The way that we perceive one thing that's happened, something that somebody said, may be completely different to the way that they perceive it. They might not have even meant it in that way. They might be having a really bad day, or they might just have other reasons that you could never imagine for why that thing came out of their mouth. Sometimes you need to dig a little deeper and try and see things through their eyes. You can't really blame them for being angry and saying something stupid to you if you're then going to get all defensive and threatened and say something stupid to them. Take the upper hand. Be the bigger person. Take a step back from the situation before you say anything and think, what's going on here? Is this fair what they've said to me? And if it isn't, why are they saying it? Sometimes there's a perfectly good reason, and other times people do just say mean things for no reason at all. Even if that's the case and you can't find a way to understand them, it's still a reason to accept that it's more about them than it is about you. Rise above it. Don't let their negativity drag you down to their level that you might be the same. Think to yourself, I would never say anything like that to somebody, and I'm proud of that about myself. That's something that I can really be encouraged by. So in this bad situation, you've taken something away from it, just even inside your own mind, that you realise is great about yourself. From perhaps a horrible insult, you've got a great compliment. It can give you the opportunity to communicate with that person, to ask them, hey, what's going on? It gives them a chance to open up to you and to express things that they might not have been able to before until you gave them that chance. It might actually help your relationship, even when you thought it was the straw that might break the camel's back. Either way, you're going to come out feeling stronger, either stronger with that person or stronger as a person within yourself. Never let somebody else's issues or reasons for being negative take anything away from your happiness. You are the guardian of your own positivity, and that's not to say not to ever question yourself if somebody says something that you don't like. Maybe you do need to develop in some way, but that's about knowing yourself. If it's something that they're just saying that you know isn't true, that's way more about them than it is about you. Be a good example. There's no guarantee that they'll take that on board and that they'll change, but that's up to them. The bottom line is, if you let others' negativity drag you down and become a negative person, the chain goes on and on and on. Whereas if you can break that and show others how they could be, not in a patronizing way, but just by sticking to your guns and not letting other people's attitudes get to you or push you down, you can make a change in the people around you. You'll be somebody that people admire for that. As humans, we just want to snap react. We want to hurt them like they've hurt us. But then what we're doing is either playing on that negativity that they already feel and not helping them out of it, or we're stooping down to their level and being just the same as they are. In this way, I feel like positivity can give you such grace and such dignity in hard situations. It's so much easier said than done in the heat of the moment, but it's a way that you can truly develop as a person. Best of all, it's a way that confrontation, something that so many of us think is the worst thing in the world, can actually give us another reason to smile and be happy within ourselves.